So I got the motor ready to put in. Got my motor mounts, my oil pressure sensor, my crank sensor, cam sensor right here. So the difference between the Gen 3 and the Gen 4, for y'all, those of you that want to put like an LS3 in your NBS, is the cam sensor location is right here. On the Gen 3, the cam sensor location is back here, along with the oil pressure sensor, which is back here on the block. See, this is a Gen 3 right here. So you'll have your cam sensor right here, your oil pressure sensor. But on the Gen 4, you have your cam sensor here, and your oil pressure sensor will go on the top of the valley cover. So your factory harness isn't going to fit all the way up here. So let me show you what you're going to need. So this is, hold on. So this is a cam sensor extension. And this is what you'll need for the Gen 4. So you'll just plug this in here. Hold on. So once you got that plugged in, see how long it is? You'll run this. I say y'all run it over the intake where the original harness goes, because it's pretty long. See, I mean, it'll reach all the way back there. And that's where your original location is. So y'all just go ahead and do that. You can pick these up at Summit. I think they're like 20 bucks. And then for the knock sensors that you have in the belly cover on the Gen 4, right here behind the motor mounts, you can thread them into there. And they have an extension harness for that as well. And you can get that at the same place at Summit. So this is where it'll plug in. And then you just run it behind the transmission, like the bell housing, because you don't want to have it by the exhaust. So this you'll run like this. You'll have that back there, and this will be going actually over the bell housing and then around like that. So that's what y'all need for that. And then that's really about it. Everything else is the same. Everything else bolts up. I ended up having to get new flywheel bolts or flex plate bolts. I had to get some at O'Reilly's because the ones I had were for the 6.0 and they were too deep. But we're ready to put the motor in, so we're going to go ahead and do that real quick. Looks like we got everything cleaned up and out of the way. And be right. How's the video? That'll work. Hold on. Alright, get on this side. I'll lower it and stuff. The biggest thing we gotta watch out for is it'll smash the shit. It'll smash the Alright, stay as close to that as you can because it'll smash the back. Oh shit, I'm sorry. You alright?
Yeah, you just take me.
Alright. Alright, watch your hand right there. Now, you know how to loosen this, right? See this right here?
Yeah.
This, you just put this on there, and it don't take much at all. I'm gonna get in there and guide it in, and you lower it. It don't take much at all, just barely do it. Left loosens it, and then push this back a little bit forward.
Push it forward.
Yeah.
That's not the light.
Oh, okay.
Ready?
Yeah. Come down. Alright, stop it. Okay, come down. All the way.
All the way?
Yep.
Is that right?
That's in. Alright, lower. Alright, that's good. Alright. Damn. That's gonna be a bad motherfucker.
Yeah.
Did you tighten it tight?
Yeah.
Alright, we got it in. Now it's just bolting everything up and get it started. What's up, guys? So that is my headers. This is the back of my motor. That's my other header. So the motor's done, it's installed, and it's ready to fire up. Except for oh, and here's that plate I did for the shifter. Anyways, everything's ready to go except for right here, the starter, because they didn't have one today. So I'm getting that in the morning at 9, getting some fluids. Oh, didn't even see that. That's gonna have to get out of the way. Anyways, guys. Uh-oh. Anyways, the motor's done. It's all in there. And that's the LS3. Still got all the transmission stuff right here to do, you know, but other than that, it's ready to fire up. Show y'all this real quick. Anyways, the truck. Fuck this garage. Anyways, the truck has power now, as you can see, and it's leaking gas because I don't have my fuel lines done. The cluster I bought from the guy was a piece of shit. I paid $100 for it and it's just flashing, it's not working, so I ended up putting this one back in. You know, I know the gears, it's park, reverse, neutral, drive, second, and 1. So I doubt I'm even going to do that because I've already got fucked once and I really don't want to get fucked again. But there's the interior for you guys. And it's ready to fire up, so tomorrow I'm gonna do another video and we'll post the first start. Alright guys, so the problem that I'm pretty sure it is the clutch safety switch. And so I took out my clutch pedal, obviously. Let me show y'all. So I don't have a clutch pedal anymore, or the master cylinder, and it wouldn't crank at all. The interior is fucked again because I thought it might have been the neutral safety switch from the automatic steering column, because on the shifter is where the neutral safety switch starts. It tells it what gear it's in. So I thought it might have been the steering column. Turns out it's not. So let me just show y'all real quick. So down here is where you have the neutral safety switch, which plugs in to, wait, where is it? I threw it somewhere. Alright, here it is. To this. So that's the neutral safety switch. Plugs into this, which is the master cylinder. And that tells it that you're pushing in the clutch and that it can go ahead and start. Well, I don't have the clutch in, so I read something that said you can bypass this by putting some wires together, which is what I did. And that was how I got it to where it would crank. Now my battery's so dead it won't even crank. But anyways, without any of them wires together, it won't crank at all. So I think that I'm almost positive that that's my problem, because putting some of the wires together caused it to where it would actually crank. But putting some wires together also isn't going to make it fire. So the way I see it is, what I'm going to have to do is go ahead and reinstall the clutch, reinstall the master cylinder. I'm going to have to get a pigtail harness today and wire that up. And then I'll just push the clutch in once I get it all done and see if it'll start then. The only problem is when I have this in the clutch, this don't want to go in, and I don't want to do nothing. I don't know if it's because it's not connected or what. But you guys stay tuned, and I'll post an update. As soon as I get started, I swear, I promise, I'll post the video of it and let y'all hear it, because I want to hear it just as bad as y'all do. But just stay tuned, and I'll have the first start up before you know it.